What's up, everybody? It's Claptrap. We're back with another unboxing. It's been a little bit, but real excited to open this one. This is Snow Fiction by Fool's Paradise. Let's go. This is a piece that I pre-ordered, maybe about a little over a year ago, something like that. It's a mashup of Snow White and Pulp Fiction. Kind of a sucker for anything Pulp Fiction. I'll get just about anything that comes out for it. But yeah, this is a limited edition of 498, I think. Typical for Fool's Paradise. But I guess, without further ado, we'll open it up, see what it's all about. We've got a pretty looking box here and stuff. They put the graphic on the front, kind of with the, the picturesque Pulp Fiction scene. They put on all the posters and all that. All right, out of the bag, this is what we're looking at in terms of the box. Of course, it's got a nice construction. This Fool's Paradise usually does. They always like to run this little stripe down the center. Got your holographic sticker right there. Authenticity, all that. I'm going to put that right in your face. This is what we see inside. Nicely packaged. As per usual, they've kind of stepped up their game that way. Okay, evidently in the bottom is the bed. Wow. All right. You can see the size of that. That's pretty big. All right. We got our bed, which is the main setup for this. There's some nice kind of painting on there. Some shadowing effects that have been put into the blanket there. Make it look kind of real. I think it's pretty big. Almost, I don't know what to expect, but here's our Snow White. Ooh. All right. Well, this figure is kind of small, but is real. It's nicely detailed. I wasn't sure how that was going to come out from the pre-order image, but I'll give you a look at her expression there. And the painting there is really nice. So we have the foam around the hand with the cigarette, and that cigarette is tiny. So hopefully that focuses in. But yeah, real pretty face. Painted well, no overpaint, I guess, but looks pretty cool. Boy, I guess if she was to be laying down in this bed, that'd be about right. It's pretty long, really, I think maybe the bed could have been a bit shorter. I don't know. We're gonna start snapping it together and seeing what it looks like. Over here we've got a lot of accessories, so we'll just pull those all out. Okay, evidently this is a stand for her. This is the pillow that goes in front. Has the elbows. It looks like elbow holes there, so. And we get a gun as an accessory. 45. We got a book as an accessory, and that reads Harlot in Her Heart. So maybe you can read that. But yeah, it's almost like a real book cover that's been shrunk up. Although, it's kind of a sticker that goes on the outside there, and kind of needs to be smoothed out a little bit. Now that's interesting. This is just a little cigarette pack that says Fool's Strike. So take on Lucky Strike. Let's get that right in there. It's so tiny. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it, but that's neat. You know, little pack of cigarettes there. I think, you know, it would have been kind of nice if they, I mean, you know, true to the film, that could have been, you know, maybe some red apple. You know, that's kind of what they smoke in Pulp Fiction, all the Quentin Tarantino films. So, you know, being that this is Snow White, you know, maybe that's a missed opportunity. But of course, in the tradition of Snow White, we have to have the apple with the bite taken out. Let's see, put my hand up there for focus, but we'll take a look at, you know, the graphic, and we'll try to get it set up like that, and then we'll take a close-up look, get you some measurements and all that. Bam! All right, that's what it is, all set up. Kind of tucked the magazine or the Pulp Fiction copy, you know, into her hand right there. So that worked out, you know. I mean, kind of better than just sitting right there. Put the smokes right there, and then tried to balance the apple someplace in the middle. And it's rounded at the bottom, so it really only sits kind of in this indentation right there. And yeah, so I put the gun off to the side because there's some kind of negative space over here, you know, where it's not really doing too much, and put her more towards the front because, you know, I mean, for a shelf thing, you know, that might be kind of difficult. We'll get the measurements on that. I think this thing is, oh my gosh, it's 14 inches deep there, and at its width, it's about 8 1/4. Height, top of the pillow there is 7, and the figure looks like it sits at about 6 1/2. So, gosh, 14 by 8. In order to get her to point the right way on the shelf, that's going to be kind of a thing. But you know, we'll see about that. All right, we'll bring it up and stuff. Get a close-up view of this thing. We'll walk around it. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and try and rotate it for you. We'll just bring it in. Some nicely done painting there. I like all the props. It's kind of really what makes it. Come around to the side. This is what we're looking at. And you know, I think that bed could be, looks like a couple inches shorter. Either that, or I guess I could slide her back a little bit and see what that does. So there's these kind of indentions that she might sit in, because she's kind of bridged up over the bed just a little bit, you know, so hard to find that's just the right fit for that. Oh, come on. So I put the magazine in between her fingers like that. Coming around. Backside, not much to see there, but it's clean. Coming around this side, kind of see the figure a little bit. She kind of starts peeking over at you. Maybe that is just about the right view. Let's take those smokes and put them right there. Nice, nicely done. So, this is the figure put together. Got her slid back a little bit, but you know, you slide her up there. She has a really nice painted face, you know, and that makes for a lot more detail than what I saw in the pre-order photos. And you know, all the props kind of make this thing, but it's also, you know, it's a lot of it is just right up front, you know, so has a pretty low profile, you know, I mean, for a toy. And so when we're looking at shelves, you know, this is 14 inches long. Most of these in the back, I think, are 13 inches deep. So we'll see how that works out. And you kind of want it at, you know, it looks like you might want it at an angle a little bit, you know, to get that depth and stuff, you know, because straight on, you know, that's a nice image, but I guess to get the most out of it, you got to get this kind of Pulp Fiction like setup there and stuff. I think that's just about the pose that she's in. So yeah, overall, I'm pretty pleased with this one. You know, I mean, I guess you know, I'm a sucker for anything Pulp Fiction, but you know, they kind of nailed the expression, and I think you can kind of recognize it. But I think I'm going to surround it with other Pulp Fiction imagery, so it'll be pretty suggestive. I've got some other things that I collect from that, so that'll kind of support that. Well, all in all, I guess I'm pretty satisfied with it. You know, talked about some of the concerns of it being, you know, a little long and a little short, but I think, you know, once we get it set up, it'll look quite nice. But yeah, I've been falling behind on my unboxing videos lately. I've got so much stuff to open. On the next one, we'll have something very special. I managed to secure an icy blue melting daub by Takashi Murakami. So as soon as that comes in, you can bet I'm going to be opening it. Can't wait for that one. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.